Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. It is September 11th, and just watch the pregame, the national anthem, and everything else, and the hype train that is Aaron frickin' Rodgers. We are scouting the New York stinking Jets because, of course, we'll be playing them on Sunday. They'll have a short week after having a big divisional game against the Buffalo Bills. And I'm just looking at the field here. You know, they've cleaned the place up. You know, they've gotten rid of all of the bodies that the Dallas Cowboys left out on the field against the Giants. And the place looks cleaned up. Definitely looks a lot better than it did last night for the New York Giants. Lady Libra, are you getting close to a birthday? Did I see that on Game Time Brian's channel? I'm sorry, on Primetime Phil's channel. If it is, happy birthday to you when it comes through, girl. Appreciate you. Jeff Lee, how is everybody in here? Wilkes County boy. Hello, everybody. Big time Dallas Cowboy fan from North Carolina. What's up? Adam Scott, we're back. The scene of the crash, scene of the crime, man. What they did to the Giants was bad. And here we go. We have Josh Allen, first down pass, picks up 8 to Stephon Diggs, trying to make up to his buddy. Miss Gibson, let me say hello to the ladies. What's up, Miss Gibson? Lady Libra, of course. Welcome, everybody. They're quick hitting right now. Let's see what the, I honestly, it's Agoda, not a gato. But you missed the point, Ray. You remember a song back in the 80s, Don't Know What They Got for Mr. Roboto, Don't know. Okay, don't know. And see, don't know, Igato. Don't know who they got for Mr. Igato. Okay, it's supposed to be Mr. Roboto, but it kind of turned. Okay, all right, so I'm a little crazy. That's when my shower singing, okay? So that's why I call him Mr. Igato, because he's like Mr. Roboto, okay? Come on, man. 300, what's up? Gotti Jr., what's up? I hope that your dad's not the one that was the gangster. Gatto Jr.? Gotti Jr.? Okay. What about those Cowboys? What about them? Tay Cowboys, what's up, Tay? Looking lovely as always. Cowboys Mafia, Lady Libra, hello. All right, so far, Buffalo is moving. It'll be 3rd down and 5 on the 42-yard line. Dallas is in the zone. Well, okay, here's what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say first.
There's this guy down here. He's got a Cowboys voodoo doll. What's going on with that thing?
He's a guy down here with a Cowboys voodoo doll. Now here's the thing. I loved what I saw last night. For the Dallas Cowboys, who have not played any of their starters, to start the preseason, for that defense to come out and play like that, hungry as could be, to demoralize the Giants, almost intercepted. Wow, that was definitely an interceptable play by Josh Allen, who they may actually have to worry about, as much as they worry about Dak Prescott's interception, because that certainly should have been intercepted and maybe been a pick six. So Pro Football Focus, I want to hear that was an interceptable play. Remember, Cowboys Mafia, no, Overshown is done for the year. Overshown didn't. You mean Damone Clark. I was born in 1969, and I'm 54. Wilkes Country Boy. I was born in 65, and I'm going to be 58 next month. I'm old as dirt. Really old. Really. You know what would be really cool? maybe I can put this out there. I remember in 2016, Dak Prescott's rookie year, Jets with the ball on the 12-yard line. Dak Prescott's rookie year, I had a YouTube channel for about 4 years, and nobody gave a rat's ass. And they still don't give any rat's ass about Jobu Sports. But Dak Prescott's rookie year, I did a video right after the Senior Bowl. Nice run. He's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling all the way to about the 40-yard line. Damn. Big run by the Jets. Jets coming out feeling it right now. But I did a video about Dak Prescott and said he's the perfect quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys right after the Senior Bowl. And nobody watched it. Nobody watched it. That was until one Tony Romo ended up getting injured. Then all of a sudden people started looking for anything they could to find out about that guy, Dak Prescott. And people found that video and it took off. It took off. And at that point, in the beginning of the season, I had a couple hundred people. And Aaron Rodgers, what was that pass, Aaron? Aaron almost gets sacked. Okay. And for an October 16th, I hit my first 1,000 subscribers on my original channel for my birthday, which was cool. Right now, I am, let's see, where are we right now? I am about 2,100 away. 2,105 away from 60,000. Now, that would be one hell of a birthday present. Don't think I can get 2,000 in a month, but we can always have dreams. Okay, so we've got 2nd and 10 here. They're putting pressure on Aaron Rodgers. He gets hit, ball tipped, and looks like we're going to get pass interference on the Bills. That should have been a sack. Jeff Lee, what's up? Lady Lieber, hey, Ruben Walls. Welcome, everybody. We're here actually early now that the season is here. We want to just watch some football. And I'm sitting here so far seeing the pressure that the Bills are putting on Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers thus far has been kind of, when he's been under pressure here, been kind of really throwing it up a bit. I can't wait to see what my D does. That big D energy. They brought 6 people on him. Boom. All right, 1st and 10 for him after the penalty. Ball on the 43. Aaron Rodgers in the shotgun. 3 wide outs, 1 back. And down goes Rodgers. Okay. I'm seeing a pattern here. I was born, 10-10. In 2010, I had the perfect birthday. We had a 10-10-10 party. That shit don't happen but once a century. Once a century, and I had it. 10-10-10. So, yeah. Aaron Rodgers is still down. Holy moly, what happened? Hard to see. Damn. Let's see. I don't see anything on there. Aaron Rodgers is coming out of the game already. With help. Wow. Zach Wilson. Oh, my God. Okay. Robert Saleh looks like he's shell-shocked right now because on the first drive of the game, the Buffalo Bills have been going after Aaron Rodgers. They've been putting pressure and stuff on. He gets sacked, and it looks like it might be a foot injury, has been helped off the field, and now Zach Wilson is in. Wow. Now, I for one, have been one that have been thinking that Aaron Rodgers did not play that great last year. You know, as much as people say if we just had Aaron Rodgers on the team, if we just had Aaron Rodgers on the team, that we would end up being a Super Bowl champion. But I say Aaron Rodgers hasn't been a Super Bowl champion, even though he's been MVP 4 times since way, way back. And right now, they're short of the first down. They're going to have to punt. But I looked at Aaron Rodgers' numbers last year versus the year before, but he has been in a steady decline over the last couple of seasons. And in fact, you think about the Detroit Lions. Are the Detroit Lions really that good? Or were Aaron Rodgers that bad because they ended up losing with everything to gain against the Detroit Lions that had nothing to gain? So the last game Aaron Rodgers played last year was a loss to the Detroit Lions at home, where had they won, they would have been in the playoffs. And now Aaron Rodgers has now left the field with help after being sacked. Wow, that's not good. It was kind of a twisting sack. Hello, Gina, Dallas Diva. What's up, girl? Where's Aaron Rodgers? Brian, Aaron Rodgers has left the building, or excuse me, he's left the field. He got sacked. He was been under distress. Pretty much every play they were going after him. They were blitzing. They were literally trying to get to Aaron Rodgers. They got to him, sacked him, and it was one of those sacks where they kind of twist him. He got twisted down, although you didn't see anything that looked that bad, but it may be his foot or his ankle twisted up underneath of it. The crazy thing is we heard Aaron Rodgers talking this past week about I could play like Tom Brady till I was 45, and the love fest that he has of being in New York, that's so great they named it twice. I don't know, maybe that was a phantom sack by the Dallas Cowboys, that they left some ghosts on the field from last night. I don't know. But either way, he did not look good going off the field. We don't know if he's going to return. We don't know what the heck happened. Wow. That is literally earth-shattering. Robert Saleh looked like he was just like dumbfounded and in state of shock. So we will keep apprised by this. In fact, we should look and see what we've got on Elon Musk on X. Aaron Rodgers was helped off the field on the first drive with the Bills. So he stood up, and then he went to the ground. Did he literally say, I'm sick of this shit, and say, you know what, I miss some cheese? I still, watching it, don't know.
See what happened at the end of it.
Let's see. That's it. Guys, I don't know what happened there. I honestly don't know what happened. It looked, he was limping and was being helped that way. So it's got to be his ankle or his foot, or unless he twisted the knee in there, I just don't know what it is. We'll have to wait. They're bringing out a cart. He's under the tent. They're bringing out a cart for Aaron Rodgers. Ben Gay is not, come on, man. That's cold. That's cold. Joanne Gonzalez in the house. They are bringing out the cart to take him to the locker room. New York is in a bad state of mind right now. Wow. It had to be his left ankle. But I'm sitting here looking at it, carting him. Yeah, they took him under the tent. They took him under the tent, and you see them pulling up the cart for Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah. And Robert Saleh is like, okay, we got to still keep playing here. The Woody Johnson is up in there and like, damn, like what the hell happened? Damn, this is crazy. Wow. Wow, that's all I can say. This is where you got to realize he planted it and tried to throw the ball. He pulled his muscle. It might be a pulled muscle. We just don't know. All we know is, pulled muscle, they usually don't necessarily take you to the locker room. But there he is. He's on the cart. He looked like he got on the cart by himself, at least. I mean, he kind of came out the tent and hopped up, but it looked like he was holding his ankle maybe. There's no soft cast or anything like on there. This is crazy. Looks like a knee to you. Well, it looks like Jets' season is over. He has an Achilles or ACL injury if he's getting carted off. Josh Allen with the big run kind of took a little bit of a hit there. So we'll keep following on this. As soon as we find out anything more, we will definitely bring it up to speed. Wow. Aaron Rodgers carted off good people. Oh, my God. You know, that's the crazy thing about football is you never know what play can be your last play. That's crazy. Alicia D. Alicia. What's up, Alicia? Crystal caramel corn. You know, I love some caramel corn. I got some caramel corn when we were up in Harrisburg from the Boy Scouts. It wasn't real good, but it was caramel corn, so it can only be so bad. The Buffalo Bills are making some moves right now. Aaron Rodgers is going to come back this game trying to pull off a Willis Reed. Don't think he's that hurt. I just maybe 300. I don't know, but that one was kind of cray-cray. You know, that was what you know. Unfortunately, that's kind of the kind of injury that is. That's where you see a guy go. You know, he's running down the field, he's not touched, and all of a sudden his ACL or his Achilles tendon just goes. I honestly did not see that as a bad tackle. The guy didn't fall on him. You know, he didn't horse collar him or anything else. That might be one of those ones where it just touched the ground. He's limping hard. He's limping. He's got a guy with his arm underneath of him. Dallas puts up 40 points, and Dak didn't throw a single touchdown. What the fuck? He's cooked. Oh, man, right down the middle for Diggs. Diggs looking like a man on a mission. He's like, okay, my brother showed off last night. Let me do the same tonight. Wow. Rodgers. See what we got going on X. Josh Allen sacked. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Let's listen to.
No, he's down. He's down.
No.
It's his ankle.
You know, he's had leg problems in the past. You remember he literally played one season on one leg there for a while? I guess his leg, you know, when he got twisted down, that his foot maybe was underneath of him.
Again, there's another three-step, Pate. We're trying to get the ball out quick. The left tackle's cutting the ball, thinking the ball should be out on a quick game.
Oh, I think I see it. It looks like his right ankle.
A whole lot.
Looks like his right ankle, maybe. High ankle sprain, maybe.
Hopefully they can go over there and. Who is the backup? Richard Todd or
Richard Todd? Come on, Peyton.
It's their
Wilson still plays there?
Yeah. Yes, he's still there. He's the first
round
pick last year.
I didn't know
2 years ago.
Quarterback besides Aaron Rodgers. That's the only quarterback that they had on the entire roster.
Okay.
He's down.
Gina Dallas Diva. What's up, girl?
It's his ankle.
Okay. So the Bills bogged down. Okay. It's going to be one of those games tonight. This might not be very exciting tonight here, good people. Might not be that exciting tonight. Take them when you got them. Okay, field goal by Buffalo. That might be all it takes to win this game. Shout out to the 400 people in the house. I appreciate everybody showing up. Please hit the like button. Let us, help a brother out. And if you like what we do here on the Joe Boo Sports Report, and even if you want to troll me, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Okay? I've got a new goal. You know, in life, you have to have goals, even if they're unattainable. Okay? Because if you have a goal that might be a little too far out there, but if you get close, you're achieving. So I am looking to try and hit 60,000 subscribers by my birthday, October 10th. So if you want to get me something for my birthday, Lola, Miss Hot Sauce. If you want to get me something for my birthday, give me a like and a subscriber. That's what you do. Kenny Lane, good evening. How are you doing? Blocka. You know, I think of Waka Waka when I say Blocka. The media hyping the hell out of this game too, shaking my head. Mark, can you recap what happened? Well, Buffalo came out and basically said, we're going to blitz the hell out of you, Aaron Rodgers. We're not going to let you just sit on the block, because they kept going after him. And they kept getting close. On the play, Aaron Rodgers, they had a blitz coming. The guy came from the outside. He tackled him, but it wasn't like he hit him. He basically grabbed a hold of him, and he kind of spun him down. Did not fall on him. You didn't see his knees twist, but I do see it looks like his right foot may have been planted, and maybe he's got a high ankle sprain. Aaron Rodgers stood up. He went to the ground, and he kind of grabbed the back of his legs and rocked, and he got helped off the field. We got our first super chat of the night. William Swartz, shouts out for being a member for 16 months. We appreciate you. Chris B in the house. Chris B, thank you for being for the super chat, buddy. We're going to enter you into our drawing. Got your name up here, putting it in there. I said, Lord, Aaron Rodgers. Why is the trailer flashing in the bottom left corner? The trailer? What trailer? Let's hope that for him. David Wiley, what's up, David? I thought you were coming by to get your charger. His return is questionable. Okay. I mean, maybe they go shoot it up. Ed Werder, he's completed no passes and was pressured on all 3 attempts before the sack that caused his injury. He's 39. I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to be an ass or anything like that, but if that's all it took for Aaron Rodgers to get injured, he don't want to play next week. He do not want to play next week against the Dallas Cowboys in that defense. The way they went through and they beat the hell out of Daniel Jones. I'm going to be honest with you. Wilson just threw that in the ground and said, let me just get rid of that shit. Wow. That is crazy, guys. Aaron Rodgers carted off the field. I'm trying to see if I can find anything else about it. So we've got people saying Achilles. So Ian Rappaport just tweeted out that it's an Achilles. An ankle. Dr. Mark, somebody, Aaron Rodgers' injury appears to be either a Lysick foot injury, ankle sprain, or possibly even Achilles. Similar mechanisms to J.K. Dobbins' injury Sunday. Best case is ankle sprain and will miss several weeks at best. At best. Now, that's again, a doctor who's just looking at that, doesn't have any of the actual information or anything on there, but yeah. Wow. Zach Wilson picks up 2 yards on that pass play. 3rd down. Eagles fans here think fighters. Okay. False start. We don't want to get beat down by McCarthy and the boys. Excuse me. Networks are panicking. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers has lost for any length of time. All of the primetime games they had, oh my goodness. We have the first quarter already almost in the books. That was quick. Okay. Wilson with a nice pass for first down. Gets him to the 42. Gives him the first down. Wow. Shout out to Jacqueline Knowles because she just sent me a message. She said I was thinking the same thing. Aaron Rodgers may be thinking, I need an exit plan for next week because my offensive line is shit, and I got the Cowboys coming up. Yeah, you're going to need Dalvin Cook. Now, could this be now? Let's before they panic. Could this be a Dallas Cowboys situation like we had last year, where Cooper Rush came in and held serve for the team, and then Dak came back? Could it be that Aaron Rodgers misses some time, and that Wilson holds down the fort? Jordan Milano. Little Dallas Cowboys, I guess the diet never works for you. Dude, I lost almost 30 pounds. I went from 278 to 253. And after actually having the big sub yesterday, I fasted today. And this is not a soda. This is a seltzer water, jackass. It's a seltzer water. Seltzer water. But thank you for your concern. Wilson just gets sacked. 4th down. But thank you very much for worrying about my weight. I appreciate it. The line is joke. Wilson can't throw like Rodgers. Rodgers can't throw like Rodgers anymore. Jet fans right now look like Giant fans from last night. Could have his older, maybe a calf. The Cowboys aren't on the Eagles level. Well, Denzel Washington Burner, I hate to say, you guys almost blew an 11-point lead to Mac Jones. Garbe, what's up? Shout out to you for the super chat. And Andro. You know, Eagles, you can think that you're on this level in Cloud 9 and that you are the greatest team of all time. You guys actually have some problems right now with injuries. You guys are beat up going into Thursday night's matchup. Nakobe Dean's going to be out for about 4 weeks or so, and you're already thin at linebacker and very inexperienced. Bradbury, he's in concussion protocol. He ain't going to be playing this week either. And your safety, what's his name? Your safety, he's got rib injuries, and you also got Fletcher Cox with the rib injury. And you've got one of your running backs that's hurt too. It's a short week. You probably won't get those guys back. And I know it's Kirk frickin' Cousins, but if you don't have people to cover and people to pass rush like you normally do, that bodes well for a guy that can sling the rock with a guy like Justin Jefferson. But hey, what do I know? I'm just asking for a friend, okay? Norlena Davies, what's up? I'm amazed at how many people are just freaking asses out there in the world. All right. We are exactly 2,100 away from my goal for my birthday. We just hit 57,900. Thank you very much. We just got 5 new subscribers. I appreciate y'all. The Giants would have beaten the Eagles. I'm not going to go that far. But the question is, were the Cowboys that good or were the Giants that bad? That's the real question that you have to ask. And I think the Cowboys are really good, but I don't think the Giants are necessarily that bad. I think the Cowboys just played a hell of a game, that they walked into a buzzsaw and they couldn't get out their own way. Maybe it's MetLife is just jinxed. All right, let's see if we see anything new on Rodgers. We're hearing ankle, Achilles, maybe calf. Here we go. Ankle. So it's an ankle. We have confirmed by the coach that it's an ankle. It's getting looked at right now, and we'll know more later. Wow. This looks like it might end up being kind of a defensive struggle game. This thing is going to be an ugly game. To think that Aaron Rodgers came out like a rock star carrying the American flag and everything else out on the field and didn't make it through the first drive. Wow. Salah just called his real estate agent to help him sell his house because he knows his ass is getting fired. That's a fumble. That they probably blew the whistle. They're going to say they blew the whistle because his forward progress was stopped and they were trying to save him. And if the whistle blew, then it doesn't matter. Why does every Jet fan look like Game Time? Oh, man. Leave my man Game Time alone, man. Wow. He's probably going to tell us. Yep. They blew the whistle too soon. Wow. They weren't that good, Mark. I like that. Oh, boy. Norlena Davies says, so sad if he can't play against us. Oh, man, I like that, Derek. New York, so nice they named it. They're about to lose twice. Damn. Jones outplayed Hurts. Nah, Alexander Negron. I'm not. Come on, man. Hurts wasn't. I tell you, Hurts did not look good. He definitely didn't look like Shady McCoy would say MVP. They're turning Zeke into a wide receiver, and he's going to hate it. Josh Allen buying time, going deep. Intercepted. Oh, so Josh Allen has more interceptions already this season than Dak Prescott. Oh, Josh Allen, no. Who were you throwing that to, Josh Allen? Who were you throwing it to? Let's see if Stephon goes, bro. It was a pretty pass. It was a pretty pass. I mean, it literally looked like the D-back was the intended receiver. Whitehead looked like he was running the route. He was literally 5 yards past the receiver. Wow. Josh Allen looking like ass. Dang, Rodgers injures first game. Prayers for him. Hope he's okay. Is Josh Allen what the hell? And that's where, it always amazes me because so many Cowboy fans would say, you can't compare Dak Prescott to Josh Allen. Josh Allen is he's a franchise. That's your Madden cover guy. Your Madden cover guy who led the NFL in turnovers because, they don't count fumbles now. They don't count fumbles, right? Okay. Yeah, that was terrible. Damn. Yeah, this is one ugly-ass game. And see, here's the problem. To me, I'm old school, guys. And by saying old school, that means I'm just old. This whole thing of we just need to get people healthy to the regular season, I think is the wrong approach. They've appeased the NFLPA. They got the 17 games. They got the gambling. They get all the money. They don't care about the product on the field. What you saw yesterday, for the most part, were teams that are actually playing like it's preseason because that's the first time they've actually played an actual game, that they've actually tackled somebody since last year. It was just ugly. And, I believe that part of the problem is you can't go from 0 to 100. When you practice and you don't tackle and learn how to fall down and so on and get your body ready for it, you can't go from not getting hit to then going and playing a full game. If you are a NASCAR driver, what if getting ready for races, you can't drive more than 55 miles an hour? How many accidents do you think if NASCAR drivers only practiced at 55 miles an hour, they would have come Sunday when they raced? Probably a lot. All right, New York got the ball on their 4-yard line. Nice run up the middle. He's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. 30, 40, 50. He could go. Oh, he's being chased down to the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, down to the 12. He busted that ass wide open. Oh, wow. The New York Jets just got back into this game. After the big interception, typically what happens, you do have big plays after an interception, but it's usually a big pass play. Not a freaking 70-yard run. The safety literally got caught up and didn't know what to do. Wow. 1st and 10 on the 13-yard line. 83 yards. What a nice run. Wow. Mike Greenberg is trending. The sleepover. Okay. Mike Greenberg, Jet fans watching Aaron Rodgers leave Zach Wilson. Oh, they're jamming him up right now. Jets will still only get a field goal, though. Dak just had one season with a high turnover rate. One. Idiots will try to say that's his whole career. Idiots. All right, it's going to be 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 5, maybe. We got to improve that run defense next week. All right. 3rd and 5 on the 9-yard line. Chased, trying to buy some time, and gets sacked and throws it away. And they're going to settle for a field goal. Okay. You get an 83-yard run, and you get to settle for a field goal. This is really an ugly, ugly game. And they got the field goal. And we'll probably wait for next week. If I were Aaron, if Aaron Rodgers could play next week, he'd be better off if he didn't, because that would be, if you are not 100% mobile and can protect yourself, that would be deadly. I'm wonderful, man. Just settling in now. I got home from work now. Gonna check out the game. It ain't much of a game. It's 3-3. And it has been ugly, other than the 83-yard run and the Josh Allen interception. And, of course, there's Aaron Rodgers being carted from the sidelines. Josh Allen, 9 of 11, 58 yards. What interception? Oh, excuse me. See, look, they're putting me to sleep. When the games aren't the Cowboys, Aaron Rodgers, 0 for 1, 0 yards. Wow. Bryce Hall, 2 carries, 109 yards. That's amazing. I've never seen a 54.5 yard rushing average. Yeah, nothing else on Aaron Rodgers right now. I want to see a shootout. The shootout here is going to be the shootout between kickers, it looks like, tonight. So speculation is all across the board, from foot injury, ankle injury, Achilles, or LASIK fracture. Are negative, but he's being ruled out for the game. He was seen with a walking boot on. Jalen that I want to play from his Jalen Hurts podcast when we get a break here. Yeah, so no breakage for him. So it's probably a high ankle sprain, which would still probably be about a 4-week type deal. Although they could end up putting a brace on him and he could play on one leg. And I'm sure he'd do great against the Cowboys on one leg. All right, first down for the Bills. They got a sweep going, and they pick up 11 yards. Another first down. First down on the 36. All right. First and 10 on 36. Parsons will end his career. You got that right. Rodgers looks like he's out for the season. No, I'm not ready to say that one. If he played against the Cowboys, that might happen. If they put the pressure on him the way they put on Daniel Jones last night, it'd make me want to retire. That was a hold in there. Boom. Nice throw by Josh Allen. Dallas going to Troy Jets, but media going to say Rodgers is injured. So we won't be seeing Rodgers next season. Jets D is for real. Rodgers saw the game last night and decided he would fake an injury to skip next week. Everett, the Jets toe can't beat the Cowboys with our defense, but I don't want money on the Cowboys. All right, it's 1st and 10 on the 11. Throwing it to Diggs, picks up 3. 2nd down and 7. Abraham, how are you doing? If anyone's overrated, it's Sauce Gardner. Is it great? It's not only. Here's the thing. Here's what's funny, though, Brian. It's not just the Giant fans that are quiet. Have you seen any Eagle fans in here trolling tonight? I think they're a little scared. Give Rodgers some mushrooms. He'll be fine. Sauce is getting cooked. Diggs is better than Sauce. Shout out to the 465 people here on a Monday night football game that is ass. Great point on Eagles fan. I told you guys they're cockroaches. We got a few good ones. We got Logan Motorsports. We'll have Linda in here. We'll probably have Philadelphia talking about us. The last time we saw the Super Bowl was on VHS tapes. But other than that, all those other troll ones, you know, they ain't coming around. Josh Allen scrambling, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, trying to get to the edge, and throws a touchdown pass. Touchdown. Troy Martin, it's Kelly. What's up, Kelly? Ain't no one scared, Twiz? Okay. You would want to be. You would want to be. So, Twiz, you're one of those ones that hear, what was that? Let's go find out. It's like, yeah, okay, dumbass. Go get sliced and diced. See, us smart people, I'm out. See ya. Okay. Mark, they're all cockroaches. You right, Miss Lola Hot Sauce. Okay. Was Josh Allen over the line when he threw the ball? Ooh. You got your money on your D line or ours? Eagle fans just know how insufferable you are because you won a game against. Oh my God, Trey. The way Eagle fans all off season kept coming, literally every day, Philly 500. Every day, Philly 500 would do a video about Mark Holmes of the Cowboys. They scared. Mark Holmes of the Cowboys. Even during your game, you know how many times he ended up playing the clip of, what was that? The brother screwed us. We were in your head the whole game. Cowboys going to be special this year. That was a cheap TD. Sauce scared to cover Diggs. He don't want none of it. The scary thing was the Giants' offensive line was holding all night and still couldn't stop them. You're right about that. They were holding on for dear life. Philly 500 is cocky. Alan Williams, Lola, I'm burning for you. The Eagle fans flew south for the winner early. The Eagles got exposed with Jalen Hurts. He couldn't run. At least we got 5 rewinds to the Eagles 1. Shout out to you, Jared. Giants suck without Nick Gates. We love Philadelphia in here. It's all jokes in the end. Well, Logan, you might not be scared of them because you ain't got to be out there playing against them. But put your ass out in that field. I bet you'd be scared. Trey, so why didn't we beat up on the Pats? You didn't blow them out. There you go. You know, they almost blew an 11-point lead. Injuries can help the Cowboys have the Jets lose Aaron Rodgers for next week. This week coming up, it ain't going to be good. Oh, this is what I wanted to play. I'm sorry. Micah Parsons.
It's called protecting your guy. You know, something I thought the Giants should have done. I don't think Daniel Jones should have been in that game in the fourth quarter.
Because we were going to kill him.
Should have protected him and pulled him out. And barring injury, their season will be over without Daniel Jones. The Bengals did the smart decision by pulling Joe Burrow, saying, hey, we're going to submit. We're going to take our loss, and we're going to move on to next week and get better. That's the best thing you can do. I do not agree with Daniel Jones staying out there into that last drive. I thought that was wrong. I thought it was deceiving. That's your franchise quarterback, and he's out there with the backup offensive line still getting sacked and hit. I just didn't understand. Maybe it was a, prove-it moment by the Giants. I have no idea. A learning lesson. Who knows? But I thought Daniel Jones should have got pulled out. So it technically is not benching. It's called protecting your guy. Something.
Micah Parsons speaks truth there. They should have pulled his ass out. They pulled the running back, who they didn't want to pay. They pulled their offensive line. Why are you leaving your quarterback out there? This game may be over. We got 4 minutes and 23 seconds left. The Jets stink bad. Yeah. All right, so if you're just tuning in, shout out to you. Make sure you hit the like button for us. Well, the Eagles would have lost to the Pats in drag defeat. Yeah. He should have not gotten paid that much money. What's up, Kill? Jets are finished without Rodgers. I don't know. They're still able to run the football. They still have Dalvin Cook, who's still getting into shape here. And Zach Wilson, interception, bad pass, stupid throw. What a bad throw. Stupid throw. Stupid throw. Wow, this is going to be a blowout, ugly game here. Cody, he will show up Thursday, no worries. And to some clowns that said Daniel Jones is clowns. Greg Jennings. Who do you trust more, Dak Prescott or Daniel Jones? Let me see if I can find the clip. Let me see if I can find it because that was last week. Can't see if I can find it. Let's see.
About
scared. But any of those guys.
Let's see. Hold it.
Greg, it didn't even last 20.
Listen to Greg Jennings.
It didn't even last 24 hours.
Right. This might be worse.
Me having the worst prediction in sports history.
Have you not learned anything?
Really? I think it's already worse.
He's right.
I think we have a worse one.
Okay, let me ask you guys this rhetorical question.
Sure.
If you were to ask yourselves, which team do you believe shows that they believe in their quarterback more?
Okay.
Would you say the Dallas Cowboys, who are calling their quarterback names and questioning him on the practice field in his face? I mean, do we see Von Thibodeau or any of those guys yelling at Danny Dimes? No. Why? No. Because he's getting it done. All we see and hear from their owner is, let's give Danny Dimes this bag. You know what? Let's support him.
Bet he wishes they could get that bag back.
Because we believe in this guy. Right. But Jerry Jones is getting on his phone. Hey, Kyle. Hey, John Lynch. Hey, is Trey Lance available? Can we get Trey Lance over here? I kind of feel like I need to have him as an insurance.
You think he? Go ahead.
I mean, if that's not a little doubt there, I mean, why would I believe in that guy?
Greg, do you want door number 1 or door number 2?
I'll take both of them.
Okay, perfect.
I'm busting through everything.
Here is Dak Prescott or Daniel Jones against against the Cowboys.
Unbelievable.
And Daniel Jones in prime time. We can show you both because they both apply to this weekend's game. Here are these two guys in prime time.
Dak is 23-12. Daniel Jones is 1-11 now.
Truly awful. Well, what?
The Joe Judge era account?
What?
Yep. So Greg Jennings. Sorry, you have the wrong answer. Okay. Mary, how you doing? All right, so right now, we're looking at if the Bills score again here, I think it's over with. The only question is, will we get any news on Aaron Rodgers? 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line. Yeah, Jet fans definitely ain't liking what they're seeing. Yep. Nothing more on Aaron Rodgers. Latest on Aaron Rodgers. When you realize you're about to face Micah Parsons, the Cowboys defense with a busted O-line, no Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson. Oh, man, Robert Saleh looking pretty glim right there. Oh, no, they're not. They're already going after it. Aaron Rodgers' full 2023 highlights is him carrying the flag out. Wow. X don't play. X going to give it to him. Aaron Rodgers, when he realizes, oh, come on, man. These are cold. They have Aaron Rodgers standing up when he realizes he has to play the Cowboys. You see him drop to the ground. This is just cold. Angelica Barone. Angelica, I have good news for you. I'm headed back to the Red Brick House tomorrow, although I have some other work I have to do some other places, but we're going to be doing some cool stuff down there. I got from my great-great-grandmother, her antique waffle iron, which is kind of cool because the indentations that go on the waffles, they're actually like spades, hearts, diamonds, what did I forget? Clubs. So it's kind of cool. We're getting some really cool stuff for it. I love this. Michael Gelkin. It may not matter if Aaron Rodgers or Zach Wilson is playing. Based on the first quarter alone, Cowboys, you're looking to seize everything against the Jets' offensive line. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we do have some really cool stuff. We have an antique ice chest that's going to go upstairs. I think we may have an antique, one of the old pump sewing machines that'll go up in there. Joseph Heatherly, shout out to Joseph is in the house. What's going on, Joseph? I'm so happy to see you, buddy. Joseph, I need your help, man, at the Red Brick House, man. Need you to come out and sit out on the deck, drink some lemonade with me, and just relax. That's what I need, bro. Sauce don't travel with the best wide receivers, huh? No. He's not having a good night either. Yeah, Stello. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers carted off. First drive. 0 for 1, 0 yards. Looks like an ankle injury. Oh, no, you didn't, Crazy Corvette. Wentz is available for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers injury update, x-rays negative, and a walking boot. Yeah, we saw that part of it. Zach Wilson. Josh Allen is 17 of 20 for 133 yards and an interception. Fitz and Wentz already on the phone. Things that last longer than Aaron Rodgers being on the field for the Jets. Go. Damn, a match? Rodgers won't play in week 2. I think that's probably a given. Most likely they won't be playing Rodgers next week. If a player gets a walking boot, it's serious enough that they have to be out a period of time. Can you say business decision? Rodgers is probably going to play in week 2. If he's not mobile, he might get killed. The way Buffalo was getting to him early, Buffalo went after him every play, and they got close every time till that last one. Trade to Lance. You have Civil War. That's cool. You know what? Hey, Joseph, in fact, I was talking to my mom this morning because we found a trunk many, many, many years ago that had newspapers in it pre-Civil War. It also had like garrison orders for like ammunition and everything else from a General Hazleton in Virginia and stuff. So my mom was saying, would you like to have some of this stuff to go on the wall? So if you have some shells, they're not live, are they, Joseph? Because I don't know that I want live shells. But considering, here's what's kind of cool there, Joseph. From what I've heard, there was a Confederate encampment that was right around the house where they, would tie up the horses. And in the Battle of Waynesboro, the battery was actually right behind the house there. So definitely part of the history. And what I'm trying to do with the place is find some old stuff. We have an old Radio Corporation of America. That's before they changed it to RCA. Josh Allen gets sacked again. An old RCA radio record player. The record player's in a drawer and you pull it out and it's got literally vacuum tubes. And I got a bag of vacuum tubes. Don't know if it actually works or not. Did someone get another Big Mac for Rashid? He had one yesterday. He's not out tonight. He is getting ready for surgery again tomorrow. The surgery yesterday went really well. This will be the third surgery to basically shape his foot. Jay Smooth. Aaron Rodgers hurt his ankle on the first drive, on the first series. Jay Smooth. And he's had x-rays. He was carted off, had a walking boot on. The x-rays came back negative, and that's as far as we've gotten so far. He has been ruled out for coming back in this game. Buffalo's defense, the Jets defense has actually played pretty good. Dallas Cowboy girl, happy birthday. Dallas girl. Happy birthday, Dallas girl. Rashid's in good spirits. It's crazy how quickly he deteriorated. He ended up getting into insulin shock, and his body was going into septics from the infection in his leg, and that's where we went to the hospital that morning. I saw every kind of doctor in the world, it seemed like, and they did a CAT scan on his leg during the game, first half of the game. And they came back at like 9:30 and said, 9:30 and said, we're operating tonight. So it was just like 0 to 100, just like that. But it was he's in very capable hands right now. He's doing well. I've seen him every day except for yesterday. Eddie, you didn't know? Well, that and of course yesterday was rough. Eddie, you didn't know that he had had his leg amputated? Dallas Cowboys girl, yeah, he's doing much better. His blood pressure, oh my God! I was in the hospital with him the whole time when he was going through this, and it was just like blood pressure going through the roof. His blood sugar literally was off the charts. And I'm just like, I don't know why I'm here seeing all this, but I was there seeing all this and things, but he's good. Allen thought he was Heineke for a second, but realized he can only jump 2 yards. Yeah, he's okay. Eddie, I thought you knew. He was calling in last night from his hospital bed. When I saw him today, he was like, man, he said the surgery was bad, But that game really hurt. That game really hurt. He was just like, he's like, look, I had this like a whole line of different pills that I was taking, and it said none of them would help the pain from that game last night. All right, 17 seconds before halftime. Buffalo up 13-3, seemingly in control, and it looks like it's going to be a two-team race in the AFC North. East, excuse me. AFC East. With Aaron Rodgers hurting, the season's over. I can't believe I really am in my 30s, though. The back pain is going to start soon. Dallas Cowboy girl, in your 30s, you's a baby, girl. I'm closing in on 60s, girl. Okay, I consider myself in the middle 50s right now because I look at it and I say 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. That's the middle 50s. 58 is your late 50s. 58 is next month. So I'm in my late 50s. Skull, Rodgers man. Glad to hear he's good. I told you he would need an extra pain pill for the game. There wasn't enough pain pills they could give him for last night. I'm sorry. That was about the worst that you could ever see. You can relax now knowing that Aaron Rodgers will not play next Sunday. Okay, filthy. I'm in my 40s. I wish, Mike Gage, I wish I was in my 40s. I would be ecstatic if I was, because what happened is as soon as I turned 50, it seemed like my warranty went out. Like you get the warranty on the fridge, and as soon as it runs out is when it starts breaking down. That was me. Further testing tomorrow, ruled out for today. So they're thinking it could be a high ankle sprain or an Achilles injury. So Adam Schefter basically saying it's all a bad sign. The fact that he's in a boot, the fact that they saw his calf shiver, they fear that it's an Achilles injury. Sawmill defense. I say it was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. How would you like to be the Jets right now after all that you went through to get Aaron Rodgers if he ends up having Achilles tendon? Wow. Mickey Gonzalez, so you're in your early 30s. Lucky you, man. Jets should take the season for the first pick. Happy birthday, Dallas Cowboys girl. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, Dallas Cowboys girl. Rodgers' career could be over. Darlene, you are 100% right. Been talking to him about that. He eats so much processed foods and things and all that. And typically, when I'm home, when I cook dinner, I'm cooking for everybody in the house and stuff. So that's going to be kind of on me as well as him. Well, typically, it depends on how severe. Now, he had a calf strain throughout training camp. So, it could be that it was beginning to go. It could be a partial tear, not a complete one. But he had a walking boot. So the walking boot that stabilizes it so you can walk. Zach Taylor, doctors on Twitter are saying his calf revertebrae, which mean a torn Achilles. Yeah, that's what I saw that same thing, Zach, and Adam Schefter just kind of repeated that too, that's the worry, is that it could be an Achilles tear. Now, we don't know if it's a complete tear, because when it tears completely, it's like literally your ankle just drops. My friend Allie, who's in the JMU Hall of Fame basketball player, she has torn her Achilles twice, and she's like, literally, it was like a shade going up when it went, because it tore completely, and it was just like it just pulled all the way up. So, yeah. Not a walking boot for a calf strain. I hope he's good. Zach Taylor, and the video during the halftime shows it. Yeah, we'll see how bad it is. That means he's got to find a way to win against. That means we got to find a way to win against the Jets. Bad calf leads to torn Achilles. Not good. The Jets paid all that money for Rodgers for nothing. Horrible start for both New York teams. Yeah, I think the Cowboys put a curse on that field. I think they salted the earth there. Philly fans, Philadelphia Eagles fans can walk. They got small little D's. Oh, man, come on. Eastside, Giants was a weak team. Didn't start the parade. Don't start. Oh, Lordy. Okay, Eastside. And Eastside, how'd you guys do? Game time, Brian. Brian, man, I miss talking to you, bro. I need to get a breakdown from the game from you. You back to work tomorrow? Game time. I'm thinking that the Cowboys salted the earth at MetLife, and that's where Aaron Rodgers got some bad mojo. Peyton Manning, the shock. Peyton Manning, like, they're screwed. I don't count on it. If you read between the lines, Peyton Manning is saying they're ass, and this game is over. Joanne Gonzalez, what's up, JoJo? I like the way Josh Allen is playing, even though he's throwing an interception tonight, right? And should have thrown another one. Mark, I always think of that whenever we play them. It's been last year for 28 years and counting, huh? Yeah, and you still are only a fifth of the way to the Cowboys. Philadelphia, I'm not one to tell another man what to do, but after that shitty game that you guys played yesterday, I might want to lie a little bit low on talking shit about the Cowboys. Because I'm going to say, I believe that the Cowboys yesterday went into MetLife and saying, we're sick of all this shit and all this bullshit and all this crap. And we're going to take it out on them mother humpers. And I bet you that one Dak Prescott, who is known to put 40-plus burgers on your ass, I believe not one, not two, but the last 3 times he's played you, that you might want to not try and piss them off, because your all-world offensive line didn't look that great yesterday. Your MVP quarterback looked like just another guy. Your all-world defensive line looked like it was getting sliced and diced. And Nakobe Dean, who Philly 500 said could be all-pro, is probably going to miss the next 4 weeks. So,
fuck them birds. Fly, Eagles, fly. Now we shoot those birds out of the sky. Stupid dumbasses managed to give up a 3rd and 30 to my sexy arm. Pathetic defense and team. No wonder I own those piece of shit frauds every damn year. Don't get me started on the fans. You boo me while I earned a respected award. Losing the Super Bowl was just karma for you fuckheads. I can't wait to drop 100 on your heads next season while being the daddy of the NFC East again.
you know, I'm sitting here watching TV, of course. You guys know I'm in Virginia, which is Washington area. And I'm looking at a commercial for Lito's Pizza, local pizza place around here, that's got Chase Young. They got the Chase Young special. Would you get a Chase Young special? I'm just curious. I'm asking for a friend. Chase Young. Chase ain't chasing nobody these days. Luis, you are 100% right. They're letting Josh Allen slide with bullshit because that he would never let Dak slide with. Marylon, good evening. All right. Ready to get the second half going on. This game is a snooze fest. I will say that for sure. Doomsday 4. Victor Gonzalez. I agree with you on that one. Hell no. Lito's is good, though.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
There you go. Eddie B.
Situation requires is a whole lot more, and you shut your mother ass up.
There you go. Or
Enough is enough. I have had it with these motherfuckers.
which one did you want, Eddie?
On this motherfucking plane. Everybody strap in. We're about to open some fucking window.
You're right. This game is like ass. Let's see. Zach Wilson is 5 of 8 for 41 yards. Josh Allen is 17 of 21 for 133, 1 TD, 1 interception. Smash them like buttons. Shout out to Gina Dallas Diva. Mark Duvedo. Oh damn, I don't know where it is. The fuck the Eagles. I got to talk to Vado and get him to record that again for me. We them boys, remember that.
We them boys. Remember that.
Any of them good. The first one was the best. There you go. I will say it was good. Have you noticed something? Philly 500. Oh my gosh. Woo. Holy moly. Joseph Heatherly. Shout out to Joseph Heatherly with the $100 super chat. Damn. Appreciate that, Joseph. We will definitely use that to help out Rashid. Yeah, you know, Joseph, I don't. You probably haven't been in much, because Rashid had his toes amputated. We actually had a bed for him right behind me here, and there was a reason for that was because he's got to use a knee scooter, and the knee scooter rolls best. This is like the best walkway and stuff in here, and we have the biggest bathroom down here, so he could wheel the whole scooter and stuff in there. And it's crazy because I miss him being behind me because he sits behind there and he looks kind of small because he's so far away. And it's kind of like the little devil on my shoulder. What? Dak Prescott? Come on. He's not better than Daniel Jones. You know, I just kind of miss him, you know, yelling in the back of my ear here. So, you know, hopefully everything goes well. He's going to be in the hospital for about another week, and then he'll probably go to a rehab facility where he'll be learning how to use the prosthesis, and they'll make sure that the wound is completely healed and stuff, and then be able to get out. Thank you. I can't take 3 straight losses to them. I feel for him. Maybe the Jets can sign Peyton. I like our dogs, Cowboys. Unfortunately, I think that this game is pretty much over because the Jets they've had some good. The sad thing is the Jets have actually had some really good runs because Bryce Hall has had 2 runs for 54 yards. Dalvin Cook hasn't done actually much, 5 carries, 16 yards. But there's no aerial assault at all, no threat. C-base, Dak is better than Hurts, Jones, and Howell to me. Chris Robinson. Rashid may be a Giants fan, but nobody's perfect. The Jets are in trouble. If Aaron Rodgers is done for the season, all the hype and everything for the Jets, it's over. I'm back in DMV for 2 months now. Okay. Talking Head said that Daniel Jones is better than Dak Prescott. They're nowhere to be found. I was playing about Greg Jennings, who was talking about Daniel Jones. That who do you trust more? I trust Daniel Jones more. Okay. That was actually a nice pass by Wilson. First down. Dan Quinn's Alpha Dogs have arrived. First down. Screenplay. Dalvin Cook gets 8 yards. After tonight, Monday Night Football will have a double header for the next 2 weeks. I didn't realize hey, they did have a sellout yesterday. Devin Stacy, you ready for San Francisco? Let's take one team at a time. Let's not look past these other guys. Nice screenplay. This might not be over after all. First down on the 35. Let me see about. Actually, I don't know what time the Cowboys game is. It's probably at 4:00. Yeah, it's 4:00 because they only have one 1:00 game, and that's the Panthers game. Yeah, 4:25 if you're on the East Coast, or 3:25 in Dallas. I know that the quarterback for the Eagles he ain't been running all over the Cowboys anyway. Brandon Majors, unfortunately, you're not going to get a healthy Aaron Rodgers. I hate to say this, but Dalvin Cook has not looked good tonight. Cowboys Jets will be, I think that's a CBS game. It'll be CBS, I think, in if you're in Texas. It's actually not going to be on TV here unless you've got YouTube TV. So that's one of the reasons why I got YouTube TV. Dalvin Cook gets the first down. That'll be 8 carries for about 30 yards. Buffalo player down on the field. Robert Saleh just looks like he's in a state of shock right now. Eagles O-line is weak. Regina Green. What's up, Regina? Dalvin's Cook. 8 carries, 30 yards. His average 3.8 yards a carry. Not exactly great. Alrighty. Let's see if the Jets can put it in here. Jets get a score. If the Jets somehow get a touchdown, that's kind of crazy here. Chris Jones has 1 year left on his deal, so no years were allowed. So they reached a deal with Chris Jones after all. No more time was added, but more incentives were put on there. Eddie B. What's up, Eddie? Dear Mark, I'm really surprised to hear Eastside Herald 2.0 talking junk when his team only scored 9 measly points. I mean, who's coaching this guy? Me? Sincerely, your coach, Jason Garrett. P.S. They suck. Yeah, you know, I think it's Eastside is just looking for attention. He's basically saying, hold me, please, because my team is just ass. He'll take any attention he can get because nobody cares about the Texans. Nobody cares. Noah Brown, I think, had 3 catches for 20 yards, though, so shout out to him. First and 10, they pick up 1 yard on the run. So let's listen to the. So this is.
Know what you know. What can you tell us?
Well, we know so
the latest was from halftime.
X-rays were negative, but that doesn't mean that there's not a more severe injury. And so the Jets probably have a very good idea what's wrong with Aaron Rodgers right now. He's been ruled out for the rest of the game. There'll be further testing tomorrow. I think when you talk to people around the league who have not examined him, there's concern it could be either a high ankle sprain or an Achilles injury. The Achilles injury is the one that everybody worries about. There were doctors that saw the play that think they saw his calf reverberate on the play. His calf reverberated.
Oh, I saw it on that
Sign
one.
that it
Oh,
could be an
shit.
Achilles injury. Want to emphasize, we do not know.
Let me back
exactly
that up
what it
because I
is.
think I saw it there.
There were doctors that saw the play that think they saw his calf reverberate on the play. His calf
You saw it just kind of.
reverberated. That's a sign that it could be an Achilles injury. Want to emphasize, we do not know exactly what it is. The Jets probably do. And the fact that he's in a boot is a bad
It's a little
sign.
snack
The
mix
fact
from
he's out is
Wes.
a bad sign. The fact he's
Some
so
little
diseased is a
crackers
bad
and
sign.
stuff.
And Adam, everyone wants to know what you know. What can you tell us?
Well,
Zach Wilson. Stop running backwards, dude. Damn. He looked like a kid running home. Rodgers is done. Oh, you want? Okay, let me go back to the show. Okay,
But that doesn't mean that there's not a more severe injury.
hold up. Let me pull it up.
And Adam, everyone wants to know what you know. What can you tell us?
What we know so far, Scott, is this, that the x-rays were negative. But that doesn't mean that there's not a more severe injury. And so the Jets probably have a very good idea what's wrong
Let me
with
see if I
Aaron
can
Rodgers
hold
right
it.
now. He's been ruled out for the rest of the game. There'll be further testing tomorrow. I think when you talk to people around the league who have not examined him, there's concern it could be either a high ankle sprain or an Achilles injury. The Achilles injury is the one that everybody worries about. There were
It's this
doctors
shot right
that
here.
saw the play that
Let's see.
think they saw his
If you see,
calf reverberate on the play.
the calf that just went back under, it looks like you see it kind of jump up in there, and that's what they're talking about, reverberating. You see how the calf muscle right there is kind of like it's really just whoop. That's what I think they're talking about, reverberating. He puts the foot down, and from there, the calf muscle just kind of, you see that? See that calf muscle kind of, which would be it pulling back up into it. That's what they're talking about.
His calf reverberated. That's a sign that it could be an Achilles injury. Want to emphasize, we do not know exactly what it is. The Jets probably do. And the fact that he's in a boot is a bad sign. The fact he's been ruled out is a bad sign. The fact he's as old as he is a bad sign.
I think that I appreciate the doctors on the internet, but I've always been told that the doctor who hasn't seen a patient is a guesser. But we could clearly connect the dots here and see that, as you say, it's not great news. And Ryan, the reaction 4 plays.
So that's what they're saying. So don't quote that yet. Don't quote that yet, but that's what they're looking at. And again, he wasn't a walking boot, so a calf strain, you're not usually in a walking boot. Usually in a walking boot when it's something structural that's happened to your leg. You've got a broken bone, it's not stable. It's to stabilize it, to make it so that you won't have any more damage. As old as he is. Now, again, we don't know. It could be a high ankle sprain. And they're being overly cautious. I said your defense was good. Was good. I never said I was scared of you beating the Giants. Stupid Meadowlands Turf claims another victim. Dallas Cowboys going to win the Super Bowl. Kiss my ass if you don't believe it. Even if we don't play against Rodgers, the Jets still have capable players like Cobb, Lazard, and Dalvin Cook. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon he'll be on his way. They're going to do more testing and stuff tomorrow, so they won't know what's what and who's who until probably tomorrow. Valeria, what's up, Valeria? And Casey Stewart, what's up, Casey? Hey, Miss Biscuits. Oh, man. Is Buttermilk Biscuits up in here? Is help? There's help me, Rhonda. Long time no see, Rhonda. Rhonda, your husband be cooking some shit. He's cooking some really good stuff. I caught Scott Adam. I didn't have a chance to see the whole thing. I caught bits and pieces of it. Don't wish injuries on anybody. I'd rather beat them straight up. I'll take my business decision remark. Games before they actually are over, Mark. I just got a field goal. Well, Josh Allen almost threw a pick six. So you never know in football. Come on, Jets. I'm just curious, how many of y'all are, I'm sure tomorrow they're going to be talking about how great Josh Allen has played, but I can say he don't look like a Madden cover guy to me. Not the way he played tonight. But I'm asking for a friend. Miss Buttermilk Biscuits is Rhonda. First and 10 on the 38. Mark, I'm working out in Richmond, Virginia. Do you know any sports venues in Richmond? I don't know much on Richmond. That's a little further south than I am and don't go that way too often. Valerie G. Our defense just looks so much faster than every team I've seen. You got that right. They say the Bulls never beat a judgment in the 90s because they were the judgment. I feel like the Cowboys this year. Female Eagles fans and New York fans have big noses. Hello, ladies. What? Gina Dells, he's hiding under the hopes of a Jets win. Oh, your husband must be Rhonda. Oh, he must have been beside himself last night with that ass kicking. I forgot he's a Giants fan. That must have been. Did you rub it in, Rhonda? Did you rub it in? Neil, I have to agree with you. This is an ass game. Eddie, probably. Remember, that's the first time these guys have actually played in a game. And you can't honestly look and say anybody looked like they were in midseason form. It looked like to me everybody was having hard times. I mean, you looked at Joe Burrow, how he was. You look at Jalen Hurts and Sam Howell. You looked at everybody across the board. There was very few quarterbacks that looked like they were really there yet. Dirty Sanchez, that's supposed to be the judge. Oh, Juggernaut, not Judgment. Sorry. Especially because Mike McCarthy said they are better than what they're showing. Shout out to you, Dirty Sanchez. I'm sorry. You might have wrote it right, and I don't have my glasses on. And that and my dyslexia, I end up seeing things backwards. What the? Allen, that was ugly. He stumbled on that, lost 3 yards. He basically sacked himself. I see Carson Wentz is trending that the Jets are going to be. Carson Wentz is going to be signing with the Jets in the morning. Okay. Yeah, that would be fun. Wouldn't that be funny? Allen gets laid out. And another interception for Josh Allen in the end zone. That's number 2. That's number 2. For all you mother humpers that talk about how great Josh Allen is. Oh, Dak Prescott can't carry his jockstrap. Okay? Wow. So if you're just checking, the play before, he tripped over his own feet and sacked himself. The next play, he comes around and he throws an interception, right? I'm asking for a friend. Did anybody else see that? I understand he was under pressure, but he threw it into double coverage and just threw it up. Again, that's the second one that looks like the D-back was the receiver. That's number 2 pick for Josh Allen. Wow, Carson Wentz trending to go to the Jets. Word on the streets is that New York Jets back office is called Carson Wentz. Wow. Carson Wentz, you are a New York Jet. My boss, oh, wow. I can't believe this. Carson Wentz tearing his ACL in the Ram game changed the Eagles forever. Wow. Dear Mark, you mentioned my name sincerely. You're Trayvon. Nice. Those bad performances, Philly, DC, weren't my fault. I was wincing before the hit. Eddie, you are a comedian, buddy. Shout out to you, bro. I've always given Allen a break because he runs the ball. I guess he has a big arm. He's got a big arm, and it works great to the opposition. So if you're keeping track, he's got 2 interceptions in the first game. Let's see how many people talk about that tomorrow. Trey Lance to the Jets. Wow. Wow, this is just crazy, man. See what else is trending here. Tom Brady's trending. I know they're not saying Tom Brady out of retirement. You know, there was the commercial yesterday with Julian Edelman about unretiring. Okay, so Dalvin Cook with a screenplay picks up 15 yards. All of a sudden, you have to look at and say the Jets have kind of weathered the storm here and do have a little bit of momentum. Tom Brady's watched the Jets O-line blocking that. He ain't touching Gang Green. You're right about that. All right, first down on the 35-yard line. 3 minutes left in this third quarter. They cannot get the ball past the line of scrimmage on any of the pass plays. Josh Allen and the turnovers. Third down and 12. Ray, I wanted him to beat him too. Jets just can't get it going. Fourth down again. Zach Wilson is ass. That gunslinging is going to get him in trouble. You're right about that. But they won't call him out on it. What they'll say is, you got to keep forcing the ball down the field. I'm not mad about an interception. When he throws an interception that far down, it's like a punt. It's no big deal. It's not like a pick six. Okay. Zach Wilson is horrible. I know horrible. Sincerely, your coach, Jason Garrett. Yeah, you're right about that. Jason Garrett said, hold my beer. No, the Jets actually, crazy Corbett, did get a couple of first downs, a couple of decent runs that they had and screenplays. The thing is they can't get the ball down the field at all, and that's what's killing them. They've got Zach Wilson's got 99 yards on 11 completions. But the problem is they're all like screen passes that he's hoping that they can get down the field. They've had some decent runs. They've actually run for 140 yards. Most of that was Bryce Hall's 83-yard run, but still, you got to do something with it. The concerning thing is Dalvin Cook, 8 carries and only 30 yards. That ain't good. I love weed. What's going on today, man? Josh Allen looks more like a girl than Amber Heard. Damn, Napoleon Bonaparte. Just enjoying life here. I love weed. Just enjoying that football is back. Get back down the road tomorrow on the Red Brick House. Check on Rashid in the morning and taking care of business. Aaron Rodgers is not playing against the Cowboys. Pollard is better than Cook. Frankie Sims, yo, man, what's up, man? How you doing tonight? I am doing good. All right, I'm ready for this game to get over, man. I'm too old for this shit. Did I see Bad Dog's meltdown, his post game? I saw him melting down during the game. I guarantee, I'm sure he was awful. It was a rough day for all Giant fans. Chuck, I'm ready. This game will literally put you to sleep. I'm serious. This game is like a snooze fest. Linda, what's up, Linda? How are you doing? Weed. What, Flushing Allen? They've been chasing Josh Allen all over the place. Now, you have to look at this and say that right now, Miami looks like the best team in that division. Still didn't get, wow. Did they have 5 wideouts there? And they couldn't get the first down. And this is your Madden guy? This is your Madden cover guy? Frankie Sims, another new channel member. And Eddie spending all his money. Eddie B and Frankie Sims. Frankie, if you go to the community tab, Frankie, to the community tab, there is a post in there for members only that will take you to the Thrive site. Now, had they blocked that, they might have had a chance to win this game. If you go to the community tab there's a post in there for channel members only, and that'll take you to our Thrive site where my lovely bride, Tracy, will get your information so we can send you your shot glass as well as stress football. Hopefully, you won't need the stress football this year. Josh Allen picks are Dak Prescott's fault. Yeah, that's about how it'll be. That's about how it'll be tomorrow for the talking heads. They'll say that it's Dak Prescott's fault. Isn't there like a Madden curse or something being on the cover? Usually they get hurt, so you would think that Aaron Rodgers would have been on the cover. Well, while we're here on a commercial break, let's go to our own commercial break.
Up everywhere. You get dizzy. You probably throw up everywhere.
You have to do that thing when you get the
dude. All right, you need to stop.
That's what they do. You get the.
You look like you're doing something else. Just stop.
That's what they do. That's why I have a friend. That's all time. All you hear from him.
I know. Make it so obvious. I don't even pack anymore like that. Pause. But. Well, that's what it's called. It's called patching.
Joey's pack. You pack.
Eagle fans, packing and swallowing and eating horse crap. Do I have it right? I'm asking for a friend. Oh, boy. If they block that, they doesn't mean anybody wins the game. Why do people call the game before it's over? Darlene, I'm saying is this. We're talking about Buffalo only has 13 points in the game. Josh Allen has had 2 bad interceptions. That's a possibility. That's the only way that the Jets can win this game is they need a break like that. Block the punt, get a touchdown, tie the score up, and then anything can happen. Because Josh Wilson cannot throw the ball past the line of scrimmage and make a completion right now. Rodgers is like an old goat on a rock. The shingles are sickening. Any betting yet? You know, I'm mad at myself because I've got like from BUSR, I've got like $630 in boxing. I mean, excuse me, in money from winnings from last year and stuff. I meant to put it all on the Giants game and forgot to put it on before the game. Look at Josh Wilson, Zach Wilson, cheese. Jeez. First week NFL, it was all crazy. Beer and biscuits. I think I like the buttermilk biscuits. Alan Williams, I liked how he congratulated Mark. He laughed at how broken he was, but laughed at. Are we talking about Pizzle? Okay. He must have been like on something if he actually congratulated me. They're going to have to, if they got any chance, they're going to have to be able to run the ball and get a score. All right, fourth quarter. We're almost over with this shit fest. All right, while we're waiting here, let's listen to something really exciting. Hold up. Let me turn the volume on it.
I said already, this is a statement year. And I'm going to talk about why I said that. Okay? Yes, I do talk a lot. Yes, I speak highly. I'm very opinionated. I talk my trash. I do my junk, but I like to back it up. And, you know, when you're a competitor and you keep coming close, you keep edging the knot a little bit, you keep getting closer. We took a jump. And I just think everyone said, nah, the Cowboys can't do it. The Cowboys can't do it. Michael Parsons can't do it. Dak Prescott can't do it. We don't have enough. We can't do it. It's just like, okay, take it all in. And we're coming. We're coming. I'm not here no more. I'm not first year Micah no more, second year Micah. We're not first year Cowboys no more, second year Cowboys, third year experienced vet group. We coming. We'll look you in your eyes. We coming. So y'all just buckle up, get ready. It's gonna be a long journey. But I'm gonna see y'all on top of that mountain. And we're gonna take a lot of people into that death zone and see if they can breathe. Not everybody can breathe the same altitude as you. And I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. When people are meant to go some places that other people can, they learn they can't breathe and they go back down that mountain. We're gonna see if we can breathe in that death zone. Something to think about.
See you in that death zone. That boy crazy. Da-da-da. How you doing, Gina?
And I said already, this is a statement year.
Micah Parsons, he ain't playing. Micah ain't playing. I'm going to have to watch that whole thing. It's 37 minutes long. Okay, here we have another one. We'll get to another one here next to break. Zach Wilson running, bumbling, stumbling, and gets sacked again. The Jets I tell you what, if Aaron Rodgers is done, it's going to be a long freaking season for them. Mike is on a mission. We may as well watch with you. The game's over. Yeah. Let's get Micah back in here because at least he's exciting.
Me the most in Sunday football was the Seahawks. I thought the Seahawks was going to come in, obviously adding Jackson Smith and Jigba. With re-signing Geno Smith will be way more dominant, you know. And we played the Seahawks this year, so not give them no bulletin material. I just didn't think they came out to play, and it looked a little dirty, a little chippy. I think in the football league, it's a brotherhood. Okay, I don't think no one should do anything dirty. We shouldn't be trying to hit each other, hurt each other. So that extra stuff after the play, you know what I'm talking about. Let's cut that out, bro. Like at the end of the day, it's a football game. If you're getting beat up, you're not. The game's not. That's not so and so's fault. Let's just keep it clean. You know, but the Rams with Matthew Stafford backing that quarterback, they look legit, and they did it without Cooper Kupp. And a lot of young guys on their defense. I mean, they just beat a playoff team. Like that is a huge win in the direction that the Rams were hoping to go. I think Sean McVay, you know, obviously being, you know, as great as he is of a coach, you know, he showed that he could bring any team around, and I think he's doing that. And I just think a funny moment in the game was when we saw Geno Smith yell, "Oh my God," when he saw Aaron Donald coming. And I mean, Aaron Donald's the best defensive player ever.
On third down, Smith, pressure comes late, and it's incomplete.
Like, if I saw Aaron Donald come screaming at me, I might scream, "Oh my God," too. Like,
oh my God.
I mean, we're talking about the Hall of Famer, the epitome of the best defensive tackle to ever play a game, maybe even the best defensive player, depending on how you want to argue it. I mean, this guy is legit. I mean, he's dominated for so long. Obviously, Gino has nightmares about Aaron Donald that he's screaming, "Oh my God," like he's coming out his.
The Cowboys said they ain't scared. Rams ain't scared nobody.
Oh my God.
Josh Allen gets pounded down. Damn.
Do not let Aaron Donald haunt you. No.
Damn.
You see him.
They pounded. They threw his ass down.
Crush him. Gino, get your lick back. You have to. You have to.
Damn. Micah Parsons.
I think something that surprised me the most.
I'm going to say that I'm glad that Micah Parsons didn't go on first take. Second and 12. You know, I really look forward to tomorrow because, you know, the Cowboys got the 40-0 game, right? We got the 40-0 game. Biggest blowout on the road in like the last 25 years, right? In the rain now, right? And here it is. The talking heads is talking about, well, the quarterback didn't play that good. Dak just looked like he was average. Does anybody look out here and say Josh Allen played a great game tonight? Does anybody out there look and say, Josh Allen, how much will the Jets to give for Trey Lance? I was thinking, could we get a second for him? Brian SoCal. Shout out to Brian SoCal who gifted memberships yesterday. Appreciate that, man. I was wondering, would they give up a second for him? Although we don't do good with seconds, so maybe that wouldn't be good. So, will they talk about Josh Allen not having a good game? 1 TD, 2 interceptions. Michael Anthony Fitness Reactions Gig Economy. Mike, they are, I don't know if you have Rashid's room number currently right now. He's probably going to be moved out of intensive care to another room. So check with him before you go over to find out what the new room number is. Third down and 2. 10 minutes left to this shit show. Philadelphia underdogs, only a question mark? Not 20,000 emojis? You feeling okay? Third and 2 from the 43. Picked again. Josh Allen, you are ass. If they don't roast his ass tomorrow, if they don't literally say that he's a sorry ass quarterback, if they don't literally rip him off of the cover of Madden, come on, man. 3 interceptions, Josh Allen, the trifecta here. What a bad pass. What a stupid throw. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 3 freaking interceptions. You're gonna tell me that you're supposed to be that team. Aaron Rodgers goes out in the first series, doesn't have a single yard. You got Zach Wilson who can't make a completion past the line of scrimmage. You throw 3 interceptions, you're only leading 13-6. And you're on the cover of Madden Football? Come on, man. That was some bullshit. You know, if that was Dak Prescott, they would already be lighting his ass up. All right, while we're on commercial break here, let's get Micah again.
Top 2 threats are in the Niners and the NFC. I think my top 2 threats are in the NFC are the 49ers, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Dallas Cowboys. That's the top 3 threats in the NFC. And I'm going to tell you why. The 49ers, NFC Championship, they came out there and, I'm going to put the Dallas Cowboys first. We have to be first. We have to rearrange the...
Man, my finger slipped. Oops, sorry.
We had the most dominant performance so far. So Dallas Cowboys is number 1.
He gives a pass because he's not Dak Prescott.
I'm going to go with the 49ers. They're the NFC champions. Okay, they were the NFC championship. If it's a big if. We don't know what would have happened if Brock Purdy or the backup quarterback got hurt. We truly don't know what would have happened. Okay.
Josh is trash.
Because
you're right about that.
The Eagles started off so hot, so it's hard to just say that it just was based off of Brock. Part of me don't believe because the 49ers struggled to get stops. Okay, but I don't think that, it would have caused too much of a difference, man. The Eagles were too talented last year, too strong. And, they're elite. But that 49ers team got the same team back. I believe the chemistry's out the roof. They added Javon Hargrave, a big interior rusher with Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, and that guy that everyone's sleeping on right now, Drake Jackson. It's just something that, we just have to we have to consider them. And the way that they scored on the top tier Steelers defense. I think the Steelers are known for their defense and what they do. And Coach Tomlin, they diced them up, and they played a terrific game. So we can't let that go unnoticed, okay? And then the Philadelphia Eagles, obviously, them bringing back James Bradbury, Big Slay. They went and got Jalen Carter. They still got Fletcher Cox. They still got Hassan Reddick. They still have Josh Sweat and Jordan Davis. You could go on and on. Nolan Smith.
3 freaking interceptions.
With the premier offensive line, they got Lane Johnson, and they got A.J. Brown. And
Jeff Lee, appreciate you, bro.
Be number 1 receivers on any team, and obviously another highly new rich guy, Jalen Hurts, who just got paid, and make him out to be a top 10 quarterback.
Gina, I haven't been able to do that enough.
Loaded with talent. I think the sky's the limit for every team. We all play each other this year, so it's going to be extremely exciting to see. I think every game,
man, wide open.
A battle.
Keep running.
It's going to be a testament. it's going to come down to
I think I would actually love it to see the. I mean, where is his channel? Oh, this is on Bleacher Report for Micah Parsons. He's doing a Monday podcast each Monday.
Super.
Lola, 44 months as a Jobu Mojo crew member. Damn, that's a lot. Thank you, Lola. Appreciate the love. All right, the Jets are moving the ball right now. They got 2nd and 6 here on the 24-yard line. If they get in the end zone here, they can tie this thing up. How bad, let me ask you this. How bad would it be for the Buffalo Bills if they ended up somehow losing this game and Aaron Rodgers didn't complete a pass? I'm asking for a friend. Hall gets one, so it's 3rd down and 5. They won't get that first down, but they could kick a field goal. They could get it within 3. No, I'm sorry, 4. I almost think that this is 2-down territory because as bad as the Jets have been, you may not get a chance to get back down here again. He caught it. First down, 1st and goal on the 9. Holy shit. Wow. That might be the best play that Zach Wilson has had all night to Garrett Wilson. Wilson to Wilson. First and goal. Jeez. Zach Wilson running, bumbling, stumbling, gets down to the 3-yard line. Allen's going to the Jets. Come on. Let's get 400 likes. Take Cowboys. Thank you very much. Let's see you talking heads just pass by the 3 interceptions because you know Josh Allen is the best quarterback ever. Yeah. Because literally they said Dak Prescott is garbage because of all the interceptions. But Josh Allen, he's a franchise guy. Man, get the F out of here on this one. I'm waiting for Stephon Diggs to go. Bro. Touchdown. Off of the Buffalo defender. Damn. Wow. So you mean to tell me, hold on. You mean to tell me that we have a 13-13 tie if the extra point is made? Josh Allen versus Zach Wilson? Wow. 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 Delay of game. Same job for cheaper prices. That's the name of the game. He caught the ball. Yes, help Miranda. He caught the ball. Wow. He drills it in there. A tied freaking score with 4:55 left. That was Garrett Wilson. That was amazing to get your hand up in there to knock it back your way to come down with it. How's everybody's Victory Monday going? Well, The Jets are trying to get a little magic going here. And Josh Allen is ass. Damn. Our Aaron faking the injuries, trying to dodge that beatdown next Sunday. We better have our shit together next week against the Jets defense. You're right about that. 3 interceptions. How many did Dak have Sunday? I'll wait. Yeah. Josh Allen had the worst quarterback rating, but Stephen A. will try and put Dak there. Yeah. You know they won't give him the Dak treatment. Damn. And I tell you one thing. You don't want to piss off Gina Dallas Diva. And the networks are pissing her off. The Chase Young football deal. Damn. I guess that means you won't get it because he can't get on the field. So the Chiefs, Bills, and Bengals, the best teams in the AFC last year, might lose in week 1. Well, that's still debatable. It depends. Does Josh Allen throw another pick? That would make my night. That would make week 1 perfect for me. Trey Lance is for sale. Josh Allen is anointed. He won't get the Dak Prescott treatment. You're probably right on that one. Okay. I have a feeling we're headed for overtime. I bet you this thing ends in a tie. Let's check X and see if there's any more news on Aaron frickin' Rodgers. I see 3 INTs trending. Jet Diener, we might have a Texas Coast offense, but we have a Texas roast defense. What's up, Jet? How are you doing, man? Oh, no, they didn't just fumble it. They fumbled it. Are you shitting me? Can you say that the Buffalo Bills just shit the bed? The Buffalo Bills have shit the bed. Uh-oh, are we bench clear? Uh-oh, we got a bench clearer out here. Don't get ejected. Jordan Whitehead has never had 3 interceptions in one season. He has 3 on Josh Allen tonight. Josh Whitehead owns him. Wow. 3 interceptions to the same guy. Josh Allen fumbled the frickin' football. Let's say, I don't want to hear this shit from anybody out there ever again that Josh Allen is better than Dak Prescott, that he's generational. He has 3 interceptions and a fumble. 3 interceptions and a fumble. Come on, man. They need to bench him. They need to bench him. Damn. It's as bad as, but it won't be tomorrow. They'll say, well, it was, they didn't have preseason. They didn't play he's just rusty. He was fine. I'm not worried about Josh Allen. Josh Allen will be fine. It was just one of those games that you had, early season. They just didn't get the timing right. It was emotional because it was 9/11. And seeing Aaron Rodgers get hurt, it just kind of messed with his psyche. They figured they didn't have to do much to win, so I'm not worried. He played down to the level of the competition. He was trying to, play like Zach Wilson. That's what it was. That's kind of bullshit they're going to be doing tomorrow. And the Jets are feeling it right now. They're getting some 9/11 mojo. Daniel Jones is feeling better. Daniel Jones is feeling better right now. Oh, my God. Where was he running to? You follow the ball, idiot. You tell him, Tay. Where is Diggs? Put the camera on Diggs. Diggs has got to be like, bro, what the? Oh, man. Josh Allen with the worst performance. So we're going to say this is worse than Daniel Jones' performance. Nice run. He should have lost yardage, and he got 4 yards out of that, so it'll be 3rd down and 1. If I were the Jets and I get this 1st down, I think I'm trying to run down the clock. Okay, I'm going to kick a field goal and run down the clock because I don't think that Josh Allen can get down the field without having a turnover. 4 freaking turnovers by Josh Allen. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Man, I can't wait for my fireside chat. I'm going to roast Josh Allen and all of these talking heads out here. 4 turnovers. Dalvin Cook, he's close. Doesn't look like it. Damn. Dalvin Cook can't get a half a yard. He didn't get that. He didn't get that. He did not get that. Do you go for the juggler? Or do you kick the field goal and say, my defense has been great all night? They going for it. This is going for the juggler. If they get the 1st down, they're going to run down the clock. Zach Wilson gets it. The world if Dak Prescott threw 3 interceptions and fumbled the ball away in a game like Josh Allen has done tonight. Literally, the world would destroy. Would blow up. Here's what's crazy. Dak didn't have any turnovers yesterday. We literally had a 40-0 game and they trashed my quarterback. They keep the shit equal. You better go after Josh Allen. 4 turnovers. 4 freaking turnovers. Wow. I love this. Shout out to Ernie on Twitter. Josh Allen has thrown 2 TDs. This was early. This is 34 minutes ago. So that's even changed now. Josh Allen has thrown 3 interceptions and had a fumble where they had a 13-3 lead, and the Jets could not move the ball. Jalen Hurts turns the ball over yesterday and looked scared in the pocket. Joe Burrow played like complete trash after getting an NFL record extension, yet people will hate on Dak Prescott after playing a clean game in a tsunami. Am I right on that? I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend because that's the kind of shit that we get. This game, it'll be forgotten. It'll be forgotten. They won't remember that Josh Allen came out 3 freaking interceptions. And that Josh Allen, that they only scored 10 points at home in the playoffs the same weekend we lost when they were supposed to be a Super Bowl contender. We were supposed to be ass. I love it. Jalen Hurts throws for 170 yards and fumbles the ball and keeps the Patriots in the game. Eagle fan, it was raining. Dak Prescott throws for a perfect 143 yards in a tsunami while receivers were dropping TDs. Dak sucks. He only threw for 143 yards. Yep. Did I get it right? Let's hear. Let's wait. Let's listen to the cow turds.
So Dak early in his career had a great O-line in a run game, and everybody fell in love with Dak. We've talked about this before. He's not going to carry any team. He needs help. Early in his career, the help was on offense. Well, now the best coach on the Cowboys staff is Dan Quinn, the defensive coordinator. Micah Parsons is arguably the best pass rusher, one of them in the NFL. So now Dak has a big assist from the defense. So
here we go. Can you believe the shit we get? Can you believe the shit? Okay, so here's the thing. Buffalo's defense has held them to 13 points. 13 freaking points. Your quarterback hasn't helped this defense. He's turned the ball over 4 times. And he's on the cover of Madden. Come on, man. Come on. Third down and long here. They're still going to have to kick the field goal. Talking heads crying now that Dak is trying to be more conservative with the ball.
This is for Tad Prescott. Leave me alone. This is for Cowboys fans. I wear your colors. Leave me alone. In my mentions. This is for guys like Graziano, but most importantly, this is for my arch nemesis, Dominique Foxworth. Egg on my face on television.
He's got egg on his face. Dominique, how about
you earned it, Dom.
All right, third down and 12. Okay. Buffalo uses timeout. All right, going for the field goal. So now Buffalo is going to have to go down the field and score a touchdown to take the win. Field goal to tie it. Big boys in blue. T.O. said it best. They love to hate me. That's how it shows Cowboys get treated. It's a field goal. For the first time tonight, the Jets, without Aaron frickin' Rodgers, take the lead. Unbelievable. Let's listen to another one.
Is not going to be. So when you look at Dak Prescott, you guys are taking the draw, not being able to spike the ball and get the field goal 2 years ago. The 2 interceptions last year. Dak Prescott is not going to be the turnover-prone quarterback he was last year. They have made changes and talking to Mike.
Forever run fast. The massacre.
It's about running the football efficiently and getting into the play-action pass. You mentioned the completion percentage. Not only was it storming outside, there were 2 drops by tight ends. Right? And there was a ball that goes through C.D. Lamb's hands in the end zone. Right? It's about context. It's also about the context of footballs bouncing off of people's chests.
All I'm trying to say is, have we not seen those things from time to time in the sunshine when there was no rain?
Yes.
Oh.
So I said yes, Shannon.
So why you bringing up the rain?
I'm gonna tell you
why you bringing up the rain. And I'm gonna tell you this.
This is turning into second take because all y'all is one brain.
No.
Oh, damn.
It's just that when it comes to the Cowboys, we're clearly right about this. That's all it is. I mean, we gonna deal with 15 different topics.
I thought he would be able to understand Cowboys and Cowboys fans because it's the same way LeBron fans act.
No, they're not.
And that's all he do all year anyway.
How many titles do LeBron have to win in the last 10 years?
We don't have time for LeBron. We don't have time for LeBron.
The hate is just unreal. The hate is just unreal. I want to listen to these mother humpers tomorrow. They better light up Josh Allen. I need the same energy on this shit, man. You know what? I need the same energy. 3 interceptions and a fumble. Josh Allen is definitely the NFL leader right now in turnovers. Valerie G, yeah, we had a 40 burger and they were like, "Oh, well, Dak didn't play well." That they literally said, "Well, the defense played great. It's great that you got a defense and everything, but Dak couldn't do it." Come on, man. Come on, dude. Tom Brady never had worse than the 8th rated defense winning the Super Bowl ever. Matthew Stafford was ass in Detroit until he went to the Lions with all kinds of weapons and a great defense. All right, the Jets, surprisingly, with the lead, 16-13. We got 4 wideouts. Do we have 3 wideouts over there? Allen running the ball. Well, he didn't turn the ball over, at least on the first play. He took a hit on that one. Clock is running down to 125. Clock is ticking. 1:12. This thing's going to go to overtime, so we're going to have to watch this shit show longer. Cross midfield. You know what's going to happen? I can tell you the scenario. I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. They're going to find, they're going to come down. They're going to win the game, right? And they're going to say, Josh Allen is great because on a night when they weren't, where they just didn't have it, they found a way to win. Offensive push-off. You know that, right? You know that. They're gonna say he overcame a bad night. Offensive pass interference on Stephon Diggs. Pushed off. Let's see if Josh Allen goes, bro. 35 seconds left. No timeouts. I'm sorry, one timeout. That's the last one.
Not penalty. You didn't see it went all the way down to 0. They didn't call nothing. Now they're going for it again. It should be 5-yard penalty.
Wow. Okay.
What are they doing with this shit?
Yeah. All right, here we go. 35 seconds left. They got the ball on their 43-yard line, down by 3. Complete on the 43-yard line. Last timeout called. It's getting interesting. $29 seconds, no timeouts left. Please, no hot sauce in the eye. They're in field goal range now. Clock is running. 20, 19, 18, 17. Spiked it. We're going to be headed for overtime, folks. All right, 16 seconds to go. Ball on the 32. Allen going for it all. Incomplete. 10 seconds to go, 3rd and 10. He's going to miss the field goal. I read the script. Honestly, can't watch any more of this crap. Okay. The greatness of Josh Allen is coming. Wouldn't it be something if you had another turnover here? That would be fitting. Cooper Rush is trending. Are we talking about trading him to the Jets? Zach Wilson is hurting. Cowboys should trade Cooper Rush to the Jets for a first-round pick. Okay, here we go. 10 seconds. Incomplete. Okay. This game, this ugly ass game won't end. Here we go. It went in, hit the upright and went in. Just like the freaking Eagles. Damn. It's tied. We're going to overtime, guys. Wow. Wow. So this ugly ass game won't end. Yeah, Josh Allen getting lucky. Aaron Rodgers was hurt. That's a lucky crossbar. All righty. 2 seconds, of course, in the game. Side note, these idiots talk all offseason about how he doesn't need to be aggressive, should play more like Cooper Rush, and then say shit like this when and if he's aggressive and taking chances. All right. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for this thing to end. Watch, you know this thing's going to go the whole overtime. Unbelievable. Buffalo wants the ball first. What's the betting odds that Josh Allen has another turnover? All right, guys. Young, absolutely. If our offense can catch up with us, Lord, it's going to be super fun. 60%. I'm going to feel violated if the trash game ends in a tie. Josh Allen winning this game right here, Mark. He may, and I'm telling you what the narrative will be. You know, Josh Allen had one of those nights where nothing would go right for him, nothing, but he got it together and he willed victory out of defeat. You know if they win, that's exactly the kind of crap you're going to hear. First player to catch an NFL pass. Okay. All right. Let's see what that Jet D does. All right, let's see. Josh Allen's overtime record is 0-4. Damn. Give us another turnover, Josh. Come on. You can do it. You can turn it over all night long. That was he jumped off sides. Tackle jumped. Paul Yarborough, shout out to you, buddy, for being a member for 19 months. You making it to Dallas this year? I'm going to try to, Paul. I hope I make you Carolina for that game, but I'm going to work on trying to get to Dallas. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 15. Here we go. And they're going to run the B.A.M. They've got no faith in Josh Allen. It's 2nd and 15, and they do a draw. Now it's 3rd and 13. 3rd and 13. Are you going to have Josh Allen try and throw this ball? Wow. Incomplete. Incomplete to Diggs. Okay. Josh Allen elevates the team. He's a franchise quarterback. He's a Madden cover guy. He can do things. He don't need no help. Yeah, okay. Dak Prescott, he's trash. 29 of 41. Uh-oh, no. Oh, my God. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? They read it all the way back. At least we don't have to watch this thing anymore. Wow. The Jets kick that Buffalo ass. He could go all the damn way. Wow. 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 What an emotional night for the New York Jets that lost Aaron frickin' Rodgers the first series with a lower leg injury they're focusing in on the ankle. It could be a high ankle sprain. It could be Achilles tear. Things looked terrible. They looked terrible. They looked hopeless until their savior, Josh Allen, came in. Josh Allen turned the ball over, not one interception, not two interceptions, but 3 interceptions to the same guy. A person who has never had 3 interceptions in a season got 3 in one night from Josh Allen, the cover boy for Madden football. And the New York Jets not only got 3 interceptions, they forced a fumble from him. And somehow, some way, Zach Wilson, the much maligned young guy, got together with Josh Wilson, who may have made the most incredible catch of the early season, reaching behind with the back of his hand to tip the ball back in where he could turn around and gather it for a touchdown. And unbelievably, the Jets, 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 the Jets find a way to beat the Buffalo Bills. And I, friends, cannot wait to see if they roast Josh Allen for giving this game away that they had in the bag. There is no way, no how in any universe in the world that the Jets should have won this game with the way that they were playing, with the exception of being helped by Josh Allen. And Josh Allen is now not definitely Mr. Clutch. He is 0-5 in overtime. And famously last year, throwing an interception in the end zone that would have won them the game. And for those out there that say that Josh Allen is the greatest quarterback out there, that he's the franchise guy, he's Mr. Madden, he can do no wrong. Understand, when you talk about Dak Prescott and him, we looked at the Buffalo Bills last year, and said, this team is a Super Bowl contender before the season. We looked at the Dallas Cowboys and said, they don't have Tyron Smith. They got rid of Amari Cooper. They ended up getting rid of 2 starting offensive linemen. They are ass. They did nothing to help their quarterback. They're rebuilding. And both of those teams lost the same weekend. Dak Prescott, turnover machine. Even though Josh Allen led the NFL in turnovers. But they don't count fumbles unless it's Dak Prescott. Have you noticed that? Wow. Josh Allen, if I were Diggs, I might leave the locker room again. I might be saying, get my ass to Dallas so I can play with my brother. Because you, my friend, got outplayed by Daniel Jones. At least Daniel Jones didn't turn the ball over that many times. Josh Allen. You had a game in the bag, and you, sir, gave it away. I'm Mark Holmes, and I appreciate all of you guys being here, watching the shit show that was the New York Jets, Jets, versus the Buffalo Bills with Josh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm choking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I pulled a Josh Allen. Appreciate you. And I will see you guys soon.
What an idiot! What an idiot!
Peace.